Hey folks, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today's fragrance is gonna be a classic, a discontinued, very hard to find, expensive fragrance from House of Dior. I have plenty to say about this fragrance because it's not a new fragrance. I understand it has been reviewed to death by every single reviewer, but I will do it from different perspective, like from the time this was actually popular. It was back in the days. At that time, not so many great sport fragrances. So I guess I will speak from where it stands today. Okay, so fragrance gonna be, as you can see from title, Dior Homme Sport, the vintage version, 2008, I believe it was released. 2008, yes. So this was the first release, and since then they had two uh, other formulations. Okay, one in 2012 and 2017. I think they came up with the latest version. So I'll talk about, sorry, those, because I have reviewed them pretty much. I'll leave the links below. And this is thanks to my brother who lent me this bottle. He found it somewhere at a very good price, I must say. And I will let you know how much it's going for, if it's worth the money. Okay, so first of all, many information. First of all, I saw Mark reviewing it, and I thought, he said he likes to say Dior. I don't know how you are supposed to say Dior, but I say Dior. But he's always, like, he's passionate about fragrance names, brands. It made me really interested in the game. So kudos to Mark, first of all. Then second, I would mention, I really saw, I think Steven did it. Then I saw George from Fragrance Apprentice. He said this is one of the most romantic fragrance he ever sniffed. Okay, I think so. He said that. So I was like, sport fragrance, romantic. Okay, and Mark actually said this fragrance, it's a lot more than just a sport flanker. So every single reviewer, the way they felt about it, it's pretty much a fragrance that is huge back in the time. So I'll talk about it. So first of all, Dior Homme is the first fragrance from this line, and since then they have released so many. I think I reviewed every single one of them, but not the vintage of Dior Homme and Dior Homme Intense. I'm looking for them still. So there's Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Cologne, Dior Homme Parfum, Dior Homme Sport. They have Dior Homme O. I reviewed them all. So this fragrance, let's see what you get from it. Performance, is it worth it? What does it smell like? It would be actually fun video to shoot. So there is the box, the old ones. They used to come in 50 and 100 ml. This is a 50 ml. And I previously owned, my very first bottle from Dior was Dior Homme Sport. I mean Dior Homme Intense, the 50 ml bottle. I reviewed it to death, and I really love it. This is one of my signature scents. So the same bottle size, and then red sport, side red. Okay, here, and then up there the CD sticker was in, I think most probably on the cellophane, so he put it on the top of the box, which I also do. Here's the bottom. So here is the bottle. I really love these Dior Homme bottles because of many reasons. The way they look, this basically, I'm sorry it's not picking up, it's greenish, slight bit of green juice inside, light green, very soothing to the eye. It says Dior Homme Sport, I believe. Yes, sport in red, sporty. Inside you can see also red, the nice cap. It's really fantastic. Their bottles look like you just paying half of the money for presentation. It's a CD up top back then. If you take out the cap, this is plastic, but very good quality caps. Okay, I believe somewhere Zara also made a bottle like that, and I believe some other companies, they copied also. So here you go. They have the band, red band on the neck, and the atomizer inside black, and the sprayer is red up there, CD. So yeah, a lot of detailing. And these fragrances have some of the best sprayers. I even like them over Creeds. Okay, so I have it on my hand for about 2 hours now, drying down. I want to see how long I get a push for. Let me spray once again. I'll talk about the dry down and opening. Just see that I don't want to waste this juice. This is very, very expensive. I'll talk about it. You can spray a little, okay, like that, small squirt, or you can go on like heavy. Okay, big sprayer. So these fragrances, sprayer, some of the best. How much is it going for now? Right now this is hard to find, so when it becomes hard to find, the price is going to be really high. This 50 ml, I believe I saw somewhere one time, I could be wrong, it was going for 200 bucks for 250 ml like this, because it's super rare to find. So 100 ml, I can only imagine how much it's going for. The brother, he got it for a very good deal, I would say. And if you see, okay, how much you actually can pay for this, I think if you can find it pretty much within 100 bucks, I think that's a good deal for this fragrance if you're a collector. If you're not a collector, I will tell you otherwise as the review goes. So okay, what do you get from this fragrance? A lot of information. First of all, this fragrance is really pleasant. First time I sprayed it, I thought this was not special anymore. The reason being, since the release of this fragrance, it is 2008, right? Now it's about 11 years. They made so many sports flankers, so many citrus, ginger, bergamot, grapefruit based fragrance. There are so many offerings from different company. So it's not a fault of this fragrance that this fragrance didn't impress me a lot at first, because I smelled a lot of fragrances, but I did not want to judge it initially based on initial blast, because always you have to be patient with fragrances. You have to give it time, see the transformation, high heat, indoors, outdoors, see what happens. So I did that. So I wore it like 2-3 days, and I think this fragrance is really nice. This is this fragrance really impressed a lot of the reviewers back in the time, okay? And I can see why. So what you get from this is a blast of grapefruit. There's lemon. I get more grapefruit than lemon, okay? There is kind of like Amalfi lemon sort of feel, Italian style cologne, and then there's the grapefruit and there's the ginger. When I started my journey, I did not know what is ginger note in a fragrance. I could never pick it up. I always like, what is ginger? I know the smell of ginger. I use a lot of ginger in my cooking, but I never smell ginger in fragrances. But then, with time, you can actually pick up ginger note from fragrances, like YSL L'Homme has a significant gingery accord to it. So ginger, what it gives you sort of like a fuzzy or fizzy sort of a feel, like to the fragrance, like a zingy kick. It almost works like pink pepper to my nose. So basically that's what you're gonna get: freshness, watery, citrus, and that's what sport flanker is supposed to do. But here is the good thing about this fragrance: it actually develops to be a pretty sophisticated fragrance. It's a lot more than a sporty fragrance, just like the reviewers said. I have used a lot of, I'm gonna show you a few. I have used a lot of citrus-based fragrances: citron, lemon, lime, like a lot of citrus, oranges, neroli. So for me, in my hot weather condition, this kind of fragrances really shine. So performance, it's not the greatest with this, I'll tell you, but it's not bad. Some fragrances have gone like within 1 hour. This one gives me about 4 hours push in our condition. So I don't think it's bad. Versace Pour Homme, Versace Menu Fresh, similar. But the fragrance has a slight bit of presence on you if you have it on your neck. Once in a while you get waft of it, okay? So I believe on the dry down you're gonna get a little bit more. I think there is a sandalwood, woodsy element, kind of like vetiver. They said lavender. I did not detect any lavender. Yeah, sandalwood is correct, and a little bit cedar. So basically, yeah, ginger, lemon, grapefruit, and cedar. Those are the major players in this. So talking about the other formulations, I really owned only one. I owned the 2017 version. I reviewed it. That I really like. That has a beautiful blood orange opening. Kind of goes to a sandalwood. That's that fragrance. Not much of citrus. So that has kind of like iris feel. 2012 version was all about iris. They took the Dior Homme. They did a lot of experimentation. Different perfumes did, I think, this one and the latest formulation of 2017. But all of them were good. All of them were really nice. I really appreciated the 2017 version had 120 ml thinner bottle that came in like this kind of bottles, be more juice and kind of like a taller bottle. I like that as well. I'm not gonna say I hated any of them. But what I really felt they did with Dior Homme Sport was they did a tweak here and there. And people say this one smells nothing like the other two. Other two didn't smell anything like this. But I can see that gingery, sort of peppery, sandalwood, heart they kept. And they played with citruses sometimes, blood orange sometimes, iris sometimes. Just to give it tweak here and there. I even feel like I have a small Dior Homme. Oh, this is the funny thing that I noticed. Okay, I'll tell you about what they did with Dior Homme. Dior Homme Sport, they took out the lemon and then they made it like Iris 2012. And the lemon they took out and then they made it entirely different fragrance, that is Dior Homme Cologne. This is basically white florals, musk, and the lemon, right? This is a lemon heaven, but doesn't last very long. So the fragrance is very soothing. They made it excellent looking juice color bottle. So this one sold a lot of bottles. I really like this one. They have another version. I think 2012 they had another version. Could be wrong about that. So they made one version with Dior Homme Cologne. Then they made took the iris from Dior Homme, like the elder brother of this Dior Homme, and they made it like a kind of like a iris lipsticky, sort of like a sweet creamy version of this as the second variation of Dior Homme Sport. That one also good. But then they thought like, let's just do something else with the latest one. They put more pink pepper, put more sandalwood, make it spicy, masculine, kind of like bright, not citrusy, but in a different way bright. So they did Dior Homme Sport 2017. So this is what they did. They took out elements from here and there. They made the whole flankers. So what I really feel, Right now, if you have to pay for $200 for this 50 ml, it's not worth it. I'll tell you frankly, because you have great fragrances like citrusy fragrance like Jimmy Choo Ice, and even for that matter, Dior Homme Cologne, Mercedes-Benz Cologne, a lot of Porsche, a lot of fragrances. They have this citrusy, aromatic, gingery, bergamot, grapefruit-based fragrances. So you can pay much less for a much more juice. Okay, so that is the reason. But based on the merit of this fragrance when it was released and what it is, it's Dior, it's quality. It's great. It's really beautiful smell. If I would say when it was released 2008, this was a brilliant fragrance because that time I think there was not many great fragrances like that. Mostly it was Ferraris, Ferrari sporty fragrances that is just water and lemon. This is a lot more than that. So it's very posh. It has a nice presence on your skin. It has quality ingredients, nice bottle. So for Dior that time, thumbs up. I would give it 10 for that time. Currently, what it is for what price is going on, for 200 bucks you can get a Prada L'Homme 150 ml, two bottles. You can get Dior Sauvage 200 ml, almost two bottles, adding a little bit more. So I think those are a bit more practical. But if you ask me, if you're a collector, if you're enthusiast, is it worth hunting down for the feels? Hey, yes, hell yes. Of course it is, because the sentiments, they matter, and this is really a nice fragrance. So I would suggest, if you have this, you can really enjoy it, and it's worthy of Dior Homme line. But you should try the other two as well. Do not dismiss them, because this one is the lemon. They don't have those lemon. Really nice fragrance, zesty under the lemon tree. It almost reminds me also of, where is my Dior? I had another one, Dior Dior. Where is my bottle? Yeah, Dior Eau Sauvage. That also has beautiful lemon note. So this is the big daddy of all lemon. After that, I think this was not bad at all. So currently, whatever we have in market, based on just the smell, I would suggest this is actually 9 out of 10. Only reason it's not 10 because it's not unique anymore. But it's a beautiful little fragrance here. If you can get it with $100 for 50 ml, great pricing. Okay, so that's the review for Dior Homme Sport vintage version. I really wanted to do it. I saw many reviews. As you can understand, I have been researching on this fragrance. Finally, I could smell it. Thanks to you, brother, for lending me this bottle. It's awesome buy. I'll see you soon. Have a very nice day, guys. Thanks for watching. And perhaps I have a few more fragrance review. Hopefully, I will do them in time. Bye-bye.